Today, I'm going to be sharing with you a really cool kitchen tip. I just want to hop on here really quick and show you that I have a package of lettuce here. It's just romaine lettuce. And typically, once people are finished with the lettuce, they generally throw out the bottom piece here. Well, we don't throw it away. We can reuse it. And that's what we like to do. So I want to show you, we cut off usually about this much of the bottom, and we reserve that piece. The rest of it we use in salads or whatever we're using it in. And then what we do is, this one's already started, we take a little jelly jar. It's the little 4 ounce, or I think it's 4 ounce, 6 ounce, something like that, probably 6 ounce. And we put that little piece, that little stub, in water. And this is what happens. Your lettuce starts to regrow. And right now what we're doing, you can see there's a little bit of roots that will form on the bottom of the plant. I don't know if you can really see that well though. This one's not forming many right now because it hasn't gotten big enough, but let me show you one that has. This one right here is a little bit bigger, it's more advanced, and you can see there's some roots coming out of it. Can you see those little roots? I'm not sure if they're visible quite that much or not, but there's one right there. The focus on my camera is not working very good, so it's hard to pick that up. You just need to keep this in water for a little while until it roots. Once it gets a nice big root in it, you put it in a pot with some soil, and that will root itself, and look how big, and you can just start clipping this and it'll keep growing. So that's one way to get lettuce. Well, at least extend your lettuce that you buy from the store. And you can also do the same with celery. And we did this with celery the exact same way, and we planted this a little while ago, so you can see how well it's growing. This is just in a little cup with some dirt, and it's growing. Look how green it is. So that's just a little idea of something you can do to extend your food a little bit more. And there's one other vegetable that we do this with. Let me show you that one. My husband's going to get this here behind me. This is another one that we do. This is a green onion, and this is the bottom piece. I just put this in. You can see the roots have grown so much longer. I just put this in water as well. This is just one of those little tiny jam jars, and I put toothpicks on either side of it just to kind of keep it propped up a little bit, but the roots have grown so much on it that it's kind of lifting it up. So, but you can see here it has some growth. This is going to grow into a little green onion. I've done this, and then once this grows quite big. You can use it just like you would in the grocery, find it in the grocery store. Once you clip that, you can clip it again and put this in water again a second time and grow more. And I find that I can use it up to 2 times in water before it finally stops growing. I've gotten 3 times out of one of them before, but not generally more than that. But that's just another way to grow some more food and get more bang out of your buck, I guess. Other things that are great for regrowing include beets, pineapple, lemongrass, ginger, cilantro, onions, carrots, asparagus, cauliflower. The list goes on. This is such a great money-saving tip. Groceries are already so expensive today, especially if you're like us and you're always buying fresh produce.
You can see where we have the green onion planted and the 2 celeries, or lettuce. The celery is already planted in dirt. The other lettuce was not rooted quite enough to be able to put into dirt. But I do want to mention, you can see on here, this is the old part of the lettuce that we had cut off. Sometimes when you have it in the water and you're soaking it to get a root off of it, these will kind of rot away a little bit. All I do is I change the water every day, I rinse the root off, and I peel away anything that's dead. And it's okay to do that. These actually could have been peeled off a little bit more before we put them into the dirt, but they're just going to die off anyway, and that's all right. But as these grow, you can clip these and they will grow back. So you can see some new growth on here. So but that's just an idea for you. It's a good idea for kids too. It's fun to do. And you can see this little guy is starting to grow a little bit, but these grow really fast. You'll actually see growth on these in a day's time. This is just an update on the lettuce and the onions. Look at the onions, look how tall. And look at the lettuce, how much that's grown. You can see we've been picking off this one. And look at the celery. These are just cut-offs from what we bought at the grocery store. And this is something that you can do yourself at home. It doesn't take any talent, it doesn't take much time, but you get just as delicious a result as you did with what you bought at the grocery store.
Thank you for joining me here at Mimi's Pantry.